Hey everyone, welcome back to On the Fence Movie Reviews. I am Adrian, joined by my co-host Rob, and today we are going to be talking about WandaVision Episode 4. So, WandaVision, the first three episodes of WandaVision has basically been pretty much a riff on classic sitcoms, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. And then what we have here is in episode 4 is a completely different thing. We finally get a good look a peek behind the curtain there of what's going on and wow, all the craziness. It sort of starts at the events of the blip, with which, for those of you who aren't familiar with what the blip is, it's basically when they reversed the snap and everybody came back. They called it the blip, and so we see a young Captain Rambo, who she's kind of wakes up in the hospital, freaking out what's going on, and then um, it goes on to where she's assigned to this missing persons case in Westview, New Jersey, and it turns out the whole town is kind of missing. But so we figure out what's going on there, and we meet the agent Jimmy Woo, who has made frequent appearances throughout the MCU, and which I love his character. But anyways, we get a good look behind this whole thing and what's going on. Rob, what were your thoughts on WandaVision? So let's go right into it. Let's see what on episode 4.
Okay, first, again, let me start off by saying completely spoilers here. So if you have not seen episode 4, just watch it anyway. Again, who cares about spoilers, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I thought this first thing that came to my mind, I thought this was very interesting that in the actual WandaVision story, I think we advanced storyline maybe like 30 seconds in the show, but we got all the questions, not all the questions, but a lot of the questions that we had for episodes 1, 2, and 3. We kind of got them answered. So I feel like episode 4 was very, it was designed to fill in all those questions that Disney knew we were all going to have. And I likened it to like a baseball team. You know, episode 4 was batting cleanup, and I think it did a real good job. I did enjoy seeing, I believe, I forgot her name in real life. I think her name is Darcy from Thor, who's like the science.
Kat Dennings.
Yes, Kat Dennings. Who's like a scientist now, who's like, kind of
She's like a doctor now.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, she's a doctor now, and she's got some rank. It was cool to see her. It was cool to see I want to Randall Park return as he was Agent Wu, or
Like Jimmy Woo, I believe. Yeah.
Jimmy Woo. There you go. I really enjoyed them. Their kind of interaction together. I thought that was pretty cool. This just, and you were saying we call it the snap, they call it the blip. It was interesting to see how, if when the show just started, how we started off with that, and
Yeah.
we kind of just, when the snap happened, when they reversed the snap and they brought people back, we kind of seen the happiness about it, and everyone's coming back. But this show, this episode,
Yeah.
showed the chaos of like what would happen.
People coming back all of a sudden.
And half the world disappeared, and then half the world came back 5 years later. What it would look like, and I think that was very interesting to me, and it did a really good job of showing like now not everything was like a happy event. It was chaos, and so I really did enjoy that. The as far as them sending the drones in, and that kind of, those questions being answered, I thought that was really cool. Just overall, I mean, I feel like this was a good bow to put on the first 3 episodes, because we had so many questions.
That's exactly how I felt.
Go ahead,
Like
go ahead.
it was like kind of like tying and closing up those first 3 episodes.
Right.
And as I watched them, I thought, I think it would have been good that they released the first 3 episodes all at once.
Yeah.
And then this one the following week. that way we're not here like kind of asking 3 weeks in a row like, okay,
Right.
what's what's going on, like
Right.
what's like but overall I did appreciate that they like what you're saying, they kind of showed the chaos, because a lot of times sometimes in these films like we don't really see the ramifications of like bringing somebody back or
Right.
what
Right.
what that looks like. And so I appreciated that, but also um I gotta give you props, Rob, because you called it. You said you believe that it was Wanda who was doing all of this, and sure enough, we saw that. Where at the very end, Rambo, she's like, when she gets tossed out of that realm, and she's like, "It's Wanda. Wanda's doing all of this. Wanda is it's all Wanda," and you could see that like what is basically, they didn't fully answer it, like
Right.
how
Right.
she's doing it and the why she's doing it, but we have that speculation of like this is possibly just how she's coping with basically losing everything, like her
Right.
brother, her hometown, her love, and kind of creating a world for herself that if any intruders come along, she kind of pushes them out to in order to maintain the that sort of world for herself, to kind of maintain that happiness.
Right.
Now,
Right.
we still don't understand why sitcoms, and we still don't understand the full logistics of it, but we finally got a good look behind that curtain of
Right.
saying like, okay, this is what's going on. And, I really like the idea that as they were sending tech in and as things were going in, it kind of converted or transformed into
Yeah, that was cool.
that time period. So the little drone turned into like basically like a toy helicopter,
Mhm.
and the guy, as he was crawling through like that sewer line, and his uniform sort of transformed into a beekeeper's outfit,
Right.
and that cable turns into like an old, electric cable. So that was kind of interesting how they did those sorts of things and those neat little touches. But again, I really appreciated it. And you talked about it, Kat Dennings, to see her character come back and to see how she's pushing or piecing things together. That was really cool to see her, and like to see her back in the MCU because
Right.
she's an enjoyable character. Um, but overall, I really enjoyed it. This is my favorite episode by far, because again, we finally get what we were basically looking for, is what's going on with Wanda.
Yeah.
And so we get a good look at that.
Yeah. I you also when you see, as far as like Vision kind of, I guess, being aware of what's going on, and also I think I feel like it was, I don't know if it's the beginning in the WandaVision show when Vision comes in and she looks at Vision, and you see like the Vision, like the dead Vision with
Yeah, the one without the
the
stone and
stone missing, and just his eyes like glossed over in gray. Right, right. So I was just like, man, that's kind of dark. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Vision's dead, and she's like seen him, and then he kind of goes back to normal, and I feel like Vision's, I don't know if he's picking up on any of this stuff, but I feel like he might be starting to like wonder and kind of like, hey, what's going on? Like, stuff doesn't seem right with Vision, the
Okay.
way I guess Wanda would want it to be, and when okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, 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 no. I was kind of agreeing with you, but I for me,
Oh,
after
okay, yeah,
seeing all,
yeah,
hey Rob.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no,
I'm
you were
here.
breaking up and I was losing you, and then it kind of got
Oh,
weird.
sorry.
Yeah, no. No, for me, I now for speculations going forward, my guess is that this is probably like a realm where it's like kind of maybe like dead people, because we even saw it in one of the trailers
Okay.
where with Agnes, the character, I think it's Catherine Hahn, whatever, or
Uh-huh.
where she's like, "Am I dead?" And he goes, "Why would you think that?" And she's all, "Because you are." And so I think Vision is still a very a conscious being, but like he's not aware that this realm that he's in, he's like
Okay.
dead. And I think that may be what it is like there's a realm of like dead people, and I think that's why that's a possibility. That's a thought that I
Yeah, yeah,
had, and then the other thought is at the beginning of the episode. Remember where she meets Agent Wu, Captain Rambo's character. She meets Agent Wu, and he's like, "Oh, about this missing person. Like, I guess he's in a witness protection program." And he goes missing, and then he starts
right.
asking. The question is I don't know. I mean, it's just a thought, but I don't know if this character that's in the witness protection program, if they're an important character, like who this person is, because they never say who who he is or who that person is, and like if that person ends up actually being important at all. I don't know, maybe, but
Right,
that's a
right.
question that I have. And then also, remember when they're kind of piecing all the characters together, like, okay, this person is played by this person,
Right,
right?
right, right.
They never mentioned Agnes's character.
Yep.
So those are the questions that we'll probably see answered going forward. But yeah, there's still a lot of questions, but yet we got a
Yes,
lot of
yes.
answers.
Yeah, we
So
got yeah, definitely. We got a lot of answers. Still a lot of questions. Also, um also when Captain Rambo gets sent out, and this is just my opinion. I don't know if this is true or not, but when she gets sent out by Wanda, and then she's kind of like, "Oh, it's all Wanda. It's all Wanda." To me, I feel like yes, Wanda is doing a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it's completely her, because that just feels
yeah,
like too early on. Because I think we have like 5 more episodes or 4 more episodes
yeah,
left. I feel like it's too early on to just be like, okay, it's Wanda. Wanda's the one doing everything, and like that's just kind of it. I mean, it could be that they could just give it to us right now, and then the rest of it, it's like Wanda's just kind of breaking down everything and doing her thing and trying to make a perfect world. But I feel like maybe a lot of it is Wanda, but also maybe Wanda's under mind control or something, and maybe
maybe,
to
yeah,
maybe to keep her, because she is probably one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, maybe to just kind of keep her under control. We're gonna put her under mind control and make this, she could have this whole world. Who knows? I don't know, but I just felt like it was too soon to be like, oh, it's all Wanda, and then for the next
yeah.
5 or 4 episodes, they're trying to figure out how to stop Wanda. But just my opinion, again, speculation. I don't, but definitely this episode made me this episode made me enjoy the other episodes even
Yeah,
more.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing that I thought about. I go, the other three episodes instantly gained
Right.
replay value,
Yes.
because before I was like, kind of like, all right, I watched them. I don't fully feel the need to watch them again. But since we see
You had to
this
watch them
episode,
again.
and it's like, oh, maybe I need to watch them again just
Yeah.
because, like, to catch any other little things that I missed. But
Yep.
again, it's kind of like when you see it kind of played straightforward the way that those three episodes were,
Yeah.
it's there's not a whole lot to go off of. But now that you kind of see what they are,
And
you know,
and this is the thing too that I feel is like, because as us just regular people who aren't movie reviewer, official movie reviewers, we got the first, we were getting the first episode week 1, week 2, but people, I know there was other movie critics and stuff out there who got the first 3 episodes, I
yeah,
believe. So they had a, that's, I feel like this may not be like the best show to watch a weekly, but I feel like this would be a better show to watch together. Like, it's gonna make more sense if you watch it all together, and especially they're only like 22 episodes, really. I mean, this is like maybe a movie and a half, or maybe a 4 hour kind of deal. But I feel like this would be more of a binge watch show to get the full enjoyment out of it, as opposed to
yeah.
a weekly episode kind of thing where you don't get too much information. But my opinion again.
Hey, that's your opinion, and you're sticking to
That's
it.
right.
And that's what we do here. We
Yeah.
stick to our opinion,
Yep.
no matter how bad it is.
Exactly.
Well, guys, why don't you comment down below and let us know what your thoughts are of WandaVision, of this latest episode, and of the series itself. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I don't know. Just let us know, and we'll get back to you, and we'll start a conversation. Also, don't forget to click like, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and also follow us on Instagram at On the Fence Movie Reviews.
And remember, we will catch you on the fence.